All right, here we go. Look, somebody new is here with me.
Oh my
It's
god, this
Jeff.
way. This way.
Yeah, that way. Uh, Jeff decided to join me because I asked him to. And, for this final wrap up, give it a little bit something more than just me, even though I am enough for everyone.
Absolutely. But hey, I'm happy to join and celebrate the festivities.
Yes, we have the Bots season finale, season 6, season 4 of the modern era. We did British Invasion 2 because the first round was such a banger, and there was so much left on the board. I could probably do another 6 rounds of
Honestly,
British Invasion.
you can do a whole season of just that. It would be hard to run out of songs.
Yeah, it would be, but that's the thing. Key. Sometimes I find people when I do these themes, people are like, "It's too narrow." Like I can't find like, and I'm just like, I mean, there's a bunch out there, but if you think it's too narrow, and then I do something like this, and people are like, "It's too broad. It's hard to narrow it down." I'm like,
There's a fine balance, but there was some really good categories this season. Like I know the metals one was a huge hit as well. People really
yeah,
liked that one. That was really clever. It was a bit tougher. There's a couple of ones that were a bit tougher this season, but still manageable.
good
Um,
and bad was a popular one as well.
yeah, that
I
was
could have
fun.
done good and bad, could have good or bad. I could have done that because what did I do? I did rock and roll, which
Yeah,
was
you could even do heaven or hell, and there's probably be enough songs for that too.
definitely is. Yeah, there definitely is. I got a bunch. I've already got it like all lined up.
Of course,
Um,
I'm not shocked.
for next season. And I've got actually the Bot Sides project, which I know you already know, but I'm going to officially say the Bot Sides project, which will start after we draft the mixtape challenge. But while people are listening to the mixes, I'm going to start this side project, and that's the is going to be metal. So
Ooh,
it's going to be the overlying theme of the 12 rounds, and then the 12 rounds are going to be different categories for that. So, uh, just letting everybody know right now it's going to be metal. So if you want to, when I post, if you're interested, you can sign up for that. I know Jeff will, Sky
of
will,
course.
Wang will, maybe Jimmy, Mitch. We won't have the full 22, but we should have
I'm sure
at
Haas will
least
get in there too.
we could have at least 8. Well,
Yeah, I think so.
I had to twist Haas's arm to do this one, and he
Well,
didn't do it at first, and then I needed him, and then he ends up having his best season ever. So,
yeah. Well, I think he'll be more motivated this time too with a good season, right? So it's always
well,
helpful.
yeah, and hip hop will be up in the future too, so he'll like
Oh, that'll
hip
be
hop.
fun. Yeah. See, that's outside my wheelhouse, but I'm always happy to learn new stuff. So
Yeah, no, it should be good. All right, well let's look at some of these matchups here. We'll save the got people that were in contention for the last, so we can look here now. First matchup I got is actually let me go ahead and just turn off my put on my do not disturb so we don't get busted here.
sure.
Sorry about that. I should have done that already. All right, I think I turned it off. We should be good. All right, so Sabs took Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin. His
Good
best pick of the
choice.
season for Sabs. And he took on Cake, who took Ichiku Park, which I'd never heard before, but it's actually not a bad little tune. I didn't mind it at
I
all.
enjoyed it. I mean,
It's
unfortunate
not like that.
matchup. Unfortunate matchup because like it was gonna take something pretty special to beat that song. It's a song everybody knows, everybody likes. I mean, I like it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a great song. So I
Yeah.
mean, it was unfortunate for for Cake to pick that. But I agree with you. I actually still enjoyed their song pick. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
it was good. It was good. So the rivalry between her and Sabs, they were 1-1 against each other this year, and that will continue because I'm just gonna jump to that right now. They both finished in ninth place with 21 points for the
of
season.
course they
So
did. Fantastic. So it's like the regional rivalry of bots.
oh, it's definitely the rivalry. Those two know how to get under each other's skin. Although Sabs knows how to get under every single person's skin. Next up, oh, that was 22-2. So that was
Yeah, a squash match for sure.
Chris was the lone vote for that had a choice for cake. So Chris, shocker there, he goes the other way. Uh, Next matchup we had OMG took Queen I Want It All versus Doom took Def Leppard and Hysteria. Uh, OMB, I want to know Queen takes the victory here, 14-10, but
Close matchup.
I don't I don't agree with it. I think Hysteria should have won.
I think I voted for Hysteria as well, but I really like both songs. But like, I don't know, Def Leppard just like has a special spot for me. I like them a lot.
Queen is one of those bands that's there's a reason it's nominated for Hall of Fame. It's one of those overused bands a little bit.
Certainly is, yeah.
Hysteria, maybe a different Def Leppard song would have done better, but Hysteria is a great song anyway. So
I mean, I like it a lot. But yeah, great matchup again.
oh, a lot of close matches actually this round. Next up, Smart versus Mitch. Smart took Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler, who I did not know was Welsh. I thought she was American until he put it in, and I double checked. So,
Nice.
and then Mitch took The Clash, London Calling, classic. Bonnie Tyler did beat him though, 13-11.
So close.
Yeah. So Smart gets the best of Mitch this round.
Good for Smart. That's a good pick.
Yeah. I mean, there's another one that was 13-11. Luch with Always Look on the Bright Side of Life from Monty Python took on Fuji, who had The Whole of the Moon by the Waterboys. It's a song I'd never heard before either, which I actually quite a bit enjoyed. Uh, it was pretty good little song. And that was 13-11 too for Luch. So good job there. But I props to Fuji for taking an obscure 80s song he knew was going to lose, but he didn't. See, he's already out of it. So
Yeah,
that's
but
the
I
thing about
mean,
the last round.
even Luch, that's still a comedy pick. It could still be sketchy, right? You never know what he's up against.
Oh, that's why it was so close because neither one of these songs I don't think neither one of the people expected to win. They're just throwing out songs they like, and that's what you can do in the last round when you're out of it. You can just
it's pretty fun.
Fuck them. Yeah. Next up, Jimmy, who had Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden, took on the Fourth. Look at the shirt. Our buddy Fourth took It's My Life by Talk Talk. Great matchup. Run to the Hills was the victor, 18-6. I like Talk Talk a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It's My Life is a great song, but it's not made. It's not Run to the Hills.
Yeah, I mean.
So that was 18-6. Oh yeah, going back to OMB versus Doom. Hysteria versus I Want It All was the match of the week. So
match of the week. Okay, cool.
Yeah, OMB took that one. So I was gonna go with let's see, Time for the Season versus Another One Bites the Dust but that's a Wang matchup, and I've had Wang in like 2 other round matchups of the week, so I didn't.
Yeah, and it's probably best to not have like with the 4 people that were up for last place with one of those matches because it just messes everything up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Good call on that. Good call on that.
All right, I'll skip Waddles versus Wang for now. I'll go back to that one in a second. Skip Haas versus me. Orca versus Polar, the Wonder Buddies. Close friends.
Iceberg battle.
Orca took Another Saturday Night by Cat Stevens or Yusuf. I forgot what he goes by now, but he has a Muslim name now. And Polar took Candle in the Wind, Elton John, the original, because it's 60s, 70s, 80s. And I believe the Princess Di remake was 90s, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was after 2000. I think that was the 90s. So 18-6 was the win there. Candle in the Wind destroyed Another Saturday Night, but I quite like this Another Saturday Night, and I voted for that one myself. But I'm not going to comment really on what I think of Candle in the Wind.
I don't mind. I like Candle in the Wind, but I think I voted for that one. But yeah, I don't know. They both songs were good.
Yeah. Next up, Chris, who everybody could tell picked "There Is a Light" by the Smiths.
Of course.
That was Chris. I mean, he doesn't hide it. Sky took "Electric Eye" by Judas Priest, another person who doesn't hide what they take. So that was a matchup 15-9. The Smiths beat Judas Priest, which is sacrilege.
Here's the thing. Okay, so It's a funny thing because I actually used to like play Electric Eye and the Helion when I used to be in like a little garage band. So like I'm very familiar with that song and I really like that song. So it sucks that I lost. But if I was gonna pick Judas Priest, I would have gone with Breaking the Law for this round.
Or you got another thing coming.
Or you got yeah, that would have been fine too. I would have went a little less heavy just to get a little bit more of the pop heads on board.
Or the two mega hits, yeah. But Scott doesn't play by the rules.
I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, I voted Electric Eye as my top 2. I'm pretty sure. So I mean, I tried. I tried Sky.
Next up, Lethal took "Learn to Fly" by Pink Floyd.
Man, what a pick! I thought that was Chris for a bit too.
No, that was our buddy Lethal Tiffy.
Fantastic pick.
Against Faith, George Michael, John McHenry took that one. Pink Floyd, 15-9 was the win over Faith.
I agree with that matchup.
Faith might have been a little too serious for some people, but I mean, it's a great pick. Faith's a great song. George Michael's a great artist.
I think too, like "Learning to Fly" is one of those songs. I think even if you don't know it, once you hear it, I think it's a very likable song. It's a really, really good, like everybody likes song from Pink Floyd. It's not weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I'm not the biggest Pink Floyd fan. In fact, I'm really not at all.
Yeah.
But "Learning to Fly" is a fantastic song. But like I said, it's probably because the video was on MTV a lot.
It was. That's right. That's right. It was.
Yeah, it was like, and like I said too, like Grateful Dead, I'm not a fan of them, but Touch of Grey, I like because the video was.
It was all the time. Yeah, I remember that for sure.
Living Skeletons playing the instruments on Touch of Grey. That's you remember that stuff. Videos, man, weren't they great? When MTV just played videos, that was awesome.
I was we had much music up here, and it was it was really good for like the first few years, and then like once in like the 2000s kind of thing, it kind of got like less about the videos. But for a while, like, I found so much good music on there.
Well, I used to get the nightly Much Music show on my TV because I'm from Northern Maine. I'm from
yeah, so you're close enough to get the radio waves, yeah.
Yeah, I used to get like the TV shows too, like the TV show. Like one of my favorite kid shows was the hilarious House of Count Frightenstein. It was like a Canadian TV show that like took place in a castle.
Nice.
Dracula.
That sounds pretty familiar, actually.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I used to watch The Littlest Hobo, about the dog that would go.
Yeah, that show was awesome. That's some good CanCon, as we call it up here.
I'm pretty partly Canadian because I just grew up right there. All right, so let's get into the matchups. The people that had a chance to win. You had a slim. It was pretty slim tonight, but
it was.
You were there. You were there. You took "Money" by Pink Floyd, and Trooper took "Heaven and Hell" by Black Sabbath. You did squeak out that 13-11 victory. You scolded people. You didn't tell them what song was yours, though. You just scolded them for their pick.
I did.
You got that victory. No bonus points though, so
no.
Even so that's it for you.
I'll take it. I still got a very good record. I think I'm like 9-2.
Yeah.
All season, so I mean that's pretty good.
Or no, you were 9.
Or 9-3.
Yeah. So I mean that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Now, next up, we'll go to Waddles versus Wang, which are the two guys that were just above you. Waddles took "Time for the Season" by the Zombies. Excellent pick. Wang took "Another One Bites the Dust" by Queen. Good pick. Safe pick. He did win 13-11. So it was
man.
So Wang gets the victory there, 13-11. Neither of them got bonus points though, so they are both not in contention. So the final. Haas, "Feel Like Making Love" by Bad English versus myself.
Great matchup too. Great matchup.
I was at the beginning. It was close, but I ended up pulling it out 16-8. So I'm the champion.
Congratulations to Booty on his first. It says it's your first victory.
It is.
Nice.
But like we talked about earlier off camera, I handicapped myself for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. There's no doubt.
And I run this thing. I should be able to have a chance. So you know. And I didn't rig it, Haas. I know you're gonna think I rigged it. You think it's bullshit. I know how you think.
Oh, Haas is
But
gonna complain for sure.
oh, well, I'm livid. I'm still in the. But Haas, you had a hell of a season. Your best season so far. So yeah, you kicked ass. You went 8. You had one last matchup because you didn't want to do it at first, but then you turned around. So good job, Haas.
Yeah,
Excellent.
man.
I got the victory. I'm cool with that. Bonus points. I got a bonus point too, and so did Sabs. Whole lot of love, and Who Are You each got one because they got 12 upvotes. The next one was Candle in the Wind. Got 14 upvotes for 2 bonus points. And then, no shocker, Run to the Hills made got 16 upvotes for Jimmy. So that's 3 bonus points for Jimmy, and that actually shot Jimmy up pretty in the standings decently. So
Yeah, 6 points, right?
yeah, 6 points. So that helps. Now I think Kate was brought up that she thought that bonus points shouldn't be worth as much as wins, but this is why I do it like that because if you get 3 bonus points, that means your song was the best song of the. That's you're going up against 21 other songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm going to keep it as it is, but I appreciate the feedback. I don't ever want to tell anybody that I don't.
Yeah, no, it's a fair point. It's a fair discussion to have. I don't have a problem with it. So it's 3 points for a win and 3 points for bonus, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's you beat out 21 other songs for song of the week. It's
I mean, if anything, like the only thing I would consider is making a win 2, but I wouldn't consider making the bonus points less.
No, I'm not gonna leave 2. I'll keep 2 for ties. Ties.
Yeah, 2 is fine for ties too. Like the way you have it works well, and you get 1 point. There's no it's 0, right? If you just lose, there's no points. So
yeah, and no shows or you win, but you only get 2 points because it's an easy it's like
yeah.
If you pick a crap song, you get 3 points for it because you didn't have an opponent.
If I would have lost by like 1 point in the season, I would have complained. But but that didn't happen, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I don't know. OJ might be bad, so I don't know.
Yeah, I hope OJ, if you ever watch this and you're out there, let us know you're alive because we don't know what happened to you. It's kind of
you went to a music festival and you disappeared.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Spider too. I don't know if Spider hasn't shot back on since they no showed either, have they? I don't.
No, I don't think so. But I don't think it's been as long for them. They come in and out, so I'm less surprised. But Jay used to be a regular, so it's a bit more concerning.
And he was all about this contest for the first 2.
Yeah.
So, all right, so I'm going to do the standings real quick. I'll start from the top. Myself, 36 points. Wang ends up getting second because he won his matchup, 31. Yep. Haas and Jeff tied at 29 points. Haas and Jeff.
I'll take it.
28. So the top 4. I mean, it definitely came down to the end, which is nice to see.
Great for Waddles for his first season too.
Yeah, absolutely. And he didn't really want to do it, and then he's like, maybe I'm in, I'm out, I'm this, I'm that.
No, he crushed it. He did really well. He should be. That's a really good first season.
Although you have to change your name back to Waddles if you want to do this again. I just don't feel. I'm not feeling the Rick Solar. It's maybe because of my disdain for Ric Flair. I just don't feel that name at all. Next up, Luch and Jimmy tied with 25 points. So nice guy.
Nice.
25.
Is that Luch's highest season? I think it has to be.
He only started at the end of last season. He's only got.
Oh, really? Okay.
He had 4 matches last season, and this was his first full season.
So. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and Trooper at 6th place with 24 points. Troop had a good showing. He was in first place for a bit. He just couldn't hold it. It's a tough game sometimes, you guys, to balance everything. My boy Fuji, 7th place, 23 points. Let's see here. 8th place, Chris and Polar Bear, 22 points. In fact, the Polar Bear played like a little bit more than I think they played like 8 or 9, and they're still up that high. That's respectable.
It is.
Respectable amount. It's
Chris got to do better though. I'm going to call out Chris. Chris got to do better.
Well, you got to do better. He picked a lot of Chris picks. A lot of. a lot of songs you're like, oh. Yeah.
Gotta
Well,
play the game.
it's really no secret because after the albums draft, like Chris and I's music tastes do not really mesh that well at
That's
all.
true. That's true.
Like
It's definitely.
his album picks were to me like I had he won and I had him ranked as my lowest.
Oh, really? Lowest? Damn.
Yeah, it was. It's just not my get. Like we just don't have the same end. Luckily,
No,
we have
that's
it.
totally fair. Like I know he's more into like a lot of the more modern, Brit rock kind of stuff, which is not really your jam. It's my jam sometimes. Depends what kind of mood I'm in.
Even old Bowie isn't really my jam. Like
Yeah, that's true.
I'm all '80s Bowie. Like I'm cool with the '80s Bowie, but the other stuff before that is I don't know. I just have unique taste, is what it is. Next up, like I already said, ninth place, Cake and Sabs, 21 points each. Stuck together. The odd
Ninth
couple
place.
together.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's still in the top 10 though.
Yeah, I think it's Cake's best finish. So good
Definitely.
job, man. Lethal, 20 points at 10th place. 11th place, we had four people with 18 points. McHenry, Sky, fourth in OMB. So
Nice
uh,
job.
there you go, guys. 12th place, Doom, 17. 13, Mitch and Smart tied at 14. And 14th place is Orca at 5 points. He was only in for four matchups, but
I mean, that's not terrible for 5 matchups.
got a couple bonus points. So that's all that. So now what I'm going to do here is I had been inspired by Luch's little stats, and I was curious to see how everybody like some stats from the four seasons that we've done since it came back. I can't really do the first two seasons because it was like 10 years ago and
Yeah.
it's all a mess. I didn't run it then, so like I'm just counting season three through now for the stats. So I did some stuff. I'm not going through them all today on here. I'll make a post with them like tonight or tomorrow with everything on it. But I just want to point out that Jeff, uh, you have a 28-8 record in three seasons. You have a winning percentage of .778 and 24 bonus points.
Sweet.
You are our most consistent player. 778 is the highest.
Mr. Consistent.
24 points is the highest for bonus points. So you are, as far as percentages go, you were tied with that cocksucker CK before this at 760, but this season you did, you passed. So you're above him. He's second because I'm doing people that did at least one season. He did two.
Yeah.
As much as I don't like the guy, I got to keep him in here. So
Yeah, he had a crazy season. No doubt.
I mean, he was consistent his first two seasons for sure. But the highest person that's done all four seasons is Wang.
Really? Wow,
30,
nice.
30, 13, and one tie. He has a .693 percentage. So, way to stay consistent, Wang. I think he's been like in the top three, like three seasons.
Yeah, he's always like he always has solid picks. Like it's very rare he has a bad pick ever.
The old man, he knows.
He doesn't bother with that new age hippie crap.
No, he doesn't like hip hop because he hears it from all the degenerates. He has to
That's true. He hates modern music.
yes. I myself, just for shits and giggles, I'm 24-19 with a tie, so I'm a little bit. I'm like 557, a little bit over 500. Of note, let's see who else is up there.
Chris, maybe.
RDK, not after this season.
Oh damn.
Chris is 23-19 with two ties, so he's at 545. The one seasoner, Waddles and RDK, his one season, they both are 8-4, so they're at 667. So that's pretty good for them. I wish RDK would come back and do another one, but
he had one random vote this season.
Yeah, he wrote it a couple times. I tagged him after he wrote it a couple times. I'll take it. Yeah, so I'll post everything. I'll list this later, but I just want to hit a couple points there.
Awesome.
It was a fun season.
Yeah, it was my favorite, honestly.
Yeah, I think the adjustments not giving the top vote getter the first pick was a good move. Them getting the first pick last season, the season before, really, that's why CK was able to just
steamroll. I mean, I did the same thing in the season I won too. Like, even when I didn't win, like I was still picking so early that I was almost always getting bonus points that season. So it was a huge advantage. Absolutely.
It is, and it's just not needed. The bonus points themselves are enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And
And I wouldn't
honestly,
want to.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay,
Please.
I was gonna say like it also resulted in people picking faster,
Oh yeah, like
so it
this
actually
year,
really worked well.
like we had some of our fastest turnarounds this year just
Yeah,
because I tiered it and people were able to do it. And it's like, we get a couple stragglers. It's fine. People get busy. People aren't always on here, or it's the weekend and McHenry's not around. But like, for the most part, it went by quickly. I mean, this was a 12 rounds, and I don't even think it took 2 months. Like,
yeah,
I don't really.
it flew by. Like I feel like we did like 3 rounds in the last like week and a half almost. Like I know
Oh
it's
yeah,
been a bit longer, but it goes fast.
at one point, I think we did 3 rounds in a week during the middle.
Yeah, that's
It was
crazy. Look, that's never been done before. I don't think so.
no, not even close. Not even close. So it was good. I enjoyed it. Uh, the change I posted it, but we're extending the dead song period for not just 2 seasons but three and maybe
Good.
after the next 4. It's just we gotta. There's so much music out there. We can't just be using the same stuff over and
Yeah,
over again. And
it's good to use good songs, but we gotta diversify as well, right? Like
absolutely,
CCR and the Beatles win all the time. It's just
yeah.
like okay, like we get it. It's good. Like, I don't even disagree that it's good, but then it just like
And the
well, I
Beatles,
want to hear different stuff.
like, yeah, we had a whole Beatles round. We chose a lot of Beatles songs. There's still a bunch of Beatles songs. Like the Beatles have so much music out there. But
It's crazy. Yeah,
right,
there's
right now they are winning the Hall of Fame vote though, so I think they are. I think they're probably going to win. I think it was 10-7 to
yeah,
2.
and that's fine too. I mean, I would have rather CCR for the reasons I stated in the post, but I mean, the the Beatles not a bad choice.
No,
Like,
I mean we could still use people from the Beatles. Like you could still do McCartney, or Harrison, Ringo's solo would work if you want, but just not the Beatles as a band. It's just too much. Like it's we did the whole season for them. So uh, next up, I got the mixtape challenge. We have 19 people in it right now. I pretty much closed signups and the draft order is all posted.
okay, yeah, I saw
Thursday
that.
will, Thursday will start. And like I explained, it's just pick your songs. Don't pick them in the order you want to put your tape in. Pick them in the order that you want. Like play smart. Like the most
Yeah,
popular music, make sure you pick it, and then you can rearrange it later. I think having a flow to it is an important part of this. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. Drafts are always fun. Um, Sometimes they take a little long, but it should be
yeah.
fun.
This I expect this is gonna take a while because like
Yeah,
it's 19 people times 20. It's yeah, it's gonna take a couple of
yeah,
months, like you said. I think.
yeah. Probably it's probably gonna take a little. I mean, the album draft took forever in a day, and I gave everybody like I think I gave everybody a month to do the listening for that too. And we had like 3 people drop out, so
Yeah, that was a
the album
huge
was a daunting.
project.
It was a daunting task, but I'm glad we did it. I won't ever do something like that big again, but
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
glad
probably
we
just
did
go
it.
5, and that would probably be more than enough. 5 albums
Yeah,
each, that would be perfect.
yeah, glad to go by. Then the size project will start soon, a little bit after that. The metal, so it'll be 12
Yeah,
rounds
that's gonna be sick.
for metal. And then and also like if people want to vote on something else right now, OMB is doing the cinema project where people are picking movies based off themes, kind of like Boss Lake. So if you guys want to vote on that, help him out a little bit. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. And Jeff, you want to go ahead and plug your guys' show?
Yeah, wrestling for the weekend. Most likely going to be every Sunday now at 2 p.m. Eastern. Me, Chris, and Blaze just talking about wrestling and usually just some really positive vibes about what we liked in the week. Sometimes we review stuff. Sometimes we just talk about just wrestling. It's pretty fun.
All right, well, cool. Eventually, I'll pop on at some point, maybe
Yeah, of
when
course.
maybe if Blaze can't do it or something, I'll pop in and help out or something like that. And, I mean, I don't know a lot about current. I don't watch a ton of current stuff, but we can just whatever. I'll shoot the
Doesn't
shit.
really matter. We can always find subjects to talk about. Like there's always a million things going on in wrestling, and there's always old stuff to look at too. So
Yeah,
we're always happy to have different guests. So you're more than welcome to join us anytime.
and I forgot to use this. I was going to use the mind blown. when I want.
Mind blown. Boom.
Boom, boom, Adam Ball. All right, thanks a lot, Jeff. I appreciate you helping me out with this one.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And thank you everybody that participated this season. It was a lot of fun, and we'll continue to roll on with bots. Have a good night.